Is this Sony's least exciting era for PlayStation? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I've been thinking about doing this junk at least for over a year now. At least for over a year. But I like to sit back and, you know, not not be so quick to be like, man, this generation trash, the game's trash, the console's trash, we ain't seen nothing. Like I like to give each generation time to get its feet wet. I mean, it's only fair. You know, Sony just said a few months ago that we are entering the latter stages of the PS5 life cycle. We're going on what, 4 years since we've been in this generation. We got another maybe what, 2 to 3, maybe to stretch it 4 years left of being in this era for PlayStation until we get into the next generation era for PlayStation. I think it's, you know, time to, you know, have this discussion. I don't think that's unfair. There are a lot of PS5 owners, myself included to a lesser extent, that have been disappointed with the PS5 so far. There's a lot of the people that still feel like we haven't really gotten great exclusives on PS5. And even the exclusives that we have gotten on PS5s, they have either been cross-gen and you can still play them on PS4, or, you know, in what, a year and a half or 2 years later that you'll be able to play that game on PC anyways. You mix in the fact that Sony kind of just sit back and chill in the darkness, and then whenever they got a little state of play to show off, or the rare occasion to where they got a showcase, people don't really know what's going on with PlayStation and when their next big game is coming. I mean, bro, as of late, these suckers been advertising Concord like crazy. Concord.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, has this been the most non-lit era for PlayStation? If you compare this era of PlayStation to the previous eras with the PS1, you know damn well ain't no PlayStation era gonna ever be as lit as that PS2, PS3, PS4. Though we have had good again, some people be acting like we haven't had like no good exclusives on PS5. That is not true. We've had Ratchet and Clank: A Rift Apart, God of War Ragnarok, we've had Marvel Spider-Man 2, Horizon Forbidden West, Returnal, just got Stellar Blade and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth this year. Like, we have gotten stuff. We have. The issue really stems from a good portion of these games either being cross-gen, being also playable on PC or soon coming to PC, or just not being a big enough game to pair with the PlayStation 5 generation. A lot of people are still waiting for that, like, game to come to PS5 that truly is like, okay, this is why we got a PS5. You know, back in the PS4 era, that was what? Probably Uncharted 4 and Last of Us 2. Back in the era for PS3, it was Uncharted that kind of saved the PS3 when Uncharted 2 came out in 2009. Back in the era for PS2 had so many damn games. Hey, listen. The same for PS1. Every era for PlayStation has had either a few games or multiple games that you could point at and be like, yo, when I think this PlayStation console, these are the games that I think about. This is what this era for PlayStation was to me. For the PS5, what really has it been? Again, I think Spider-Man 2 and God of War Ragnarok are incredible PS5 games and think those are easily PS5's biggest exclusives so far. But you do have a lot of people out there that feel like those games aren't necessarily PS5 games, but instead just slightly upgraded versions of their PS4 counterparts and not true PS5 next generation exclusives. Also, the big first party developers that PlayStation has, we don't really know when we're getting their next game. Sucker Punch, I'm guessing that's going to be probably the next big game we get from their first party studios, probably Ghost of Tsushima 2. Because the last time they put out a game was what, back in 2020. But when is that going to come out? Naughty Dog. I hate to talk about these suckers today. Like, all Naughty Dog has been doing, literally since, no, not even 2020. Literally since Uncharted 4 dropped, their whole entire existence has been Last of Us. Last of Us 2, remaking, not remaking Last of Us games, putting out, you know, half-ass content and just making it a remaster. The Last of Us show, that's literally their entire existence right now. They've talked about a Last of Us 3 is going to happen. Personally, I wouldn't even want that to be their next game. Nah, like, I want to see a new IP from them. And I don't know what they've been working on, but they've been very quiet. We don't know when we're going to see the next game from Naughty Dog. And that used to be PlayStation's easily the top dev for PlayStation. Like, back in the day, if you didn't have, you know, other games, at least you knew that, well, hey, PlayStation got Naughty. They'll have a them, and we know we at least getting a Uncharted game or a Jack and Daxter or a Last of Us. Now it's just kind of like, man, like, what happened to them? Guerrilla Games. Guerrilla Games has been doing their thing with Horizon and stuff like that, but let's be honest, just being truthful, it's not like PlayStation owners are freaking losing their minds when they hear about Horizon. We just don't. we just don't. Horizon is a cool little exclusive to have for PlayStation, but it's not like a game changer, you know, and they don't do Killzone really like that no more. Even though I would really like to see a Killzone return, because Sony could definitely use an exclusive shooter right now. We don't know if Guerrilla even has plans on returning to Killzone or Santa Monica. We probably ain't gonna see nothing from them for a while because they dropped God of War back in what, 2022. So most likely, I don't know if they're going to be taking a break away from that series and making like a new IP, but most likely for the next 4 to 5 years, we ain't going to be playing nothing from them. They have Sony Bend Studio, which the last game that they put out was Days Gone.
We do not care.
I see they still got Media Molecule. Now, Media Molecule, back in the era of PS3 with the Little Big Planet series, I had nothing bad to say about these suckers. Like, I love the Little Big Planet series. But what are they offering to PlayStation today? The last game that they dropped, which again, I did like, was Dreams. Dreams, I thought that game deserved so much more attention than it got. I actually loved that game, but you know, their games are always more creative and like they let the players, you know, create all these different levels and worlds and stuff. Bluepoint mostly just does remakes. Again, I've said multiple times, if it wasn't for Insomniac,
I'm ruined. I have nothing left except Spider-Man.
if it wasn't for them, and maybe slide in Santa Monica in there too, but mainly Insomniac, what has the PS5 been about? All the TV shows that they've been focusing on. Like, how many TV shows do we have for Sony games right now? You got that Horizon TV show that's in the making. You got a God of War show that's in the making. The Twisted Metal thing. You got the Uncharted movies that's going on. You had the Gran Turismo show going on. You got the Last of Us show. Like, it seems like sometimes these suckers care more so about making TV shows than freaking exclusives. Like, Do it not seem like that sometimes? Does it not seem like that sometimes? And it's just like, all right, bro, I ain't saying that you can't have these shows. I ain't saying you can't do them and like actually have these shows be great. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you a PS5 owner, do you care more about a damn TV show or do you care about playing these freaking games? Like, it's just when you look at like a lot of the stuff that's been going on at PlayStation, there is some uncertainty with like the future of what we will be getting on PS5. And when you compare, you know, this same like time frame of where we are with PS5 versus other eras of PlayStation, I just always felt like the future seemed brighter and we knew about more things coming and there was just more excitement with PlayStation and being a PlayStation owner because you knew like, yo, we got this big game coming, and you know, there was just always something to look forward to. Do you feel like this era of PlayStation has been, you know, better than other eras of PlayStation given this same time frame? Do you feel like people are overreacting to what's been going on with PlayStation? Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down in the comments section below. Hopefully bring a damn state of play. I need a showcase. I need we in damn near towards the end of July, bro. There better be a showcase coming in like the next 2 to 3 months. There better be a showcase, because if there's not, like, I mean, just the same way that Xbox had that Xbox event back in June, and like we was all like, okay, Xbox, okay, it's about time. Like, but if we being fair, we need to see something like that from PlayStation. You know, not to the same level that we needed with Xbox, but it is time for a PlayStation to show off some stuff. So I'll leave it right up there, man. Do you guys feel like this has been the PlayStation 5, the least exciting era for PlayStation yet? Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down in the comments section below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until my next video, my brothers and sisters, I'll catch y'all boys in my next one, all right?